We were wrong. For decades, we've told dog owners the same thing. Love your dog. Spend time with your dog. Show your dog affection. And millions of people did exactly that. They loved their dogs deeply, completely, unconditionally. And their dogs were still anxious, still reactive, still unable to fully relax. So we need to ask a question that most people aren't ready for. What if love, powerful as it may be, isn't actually what your dog needs most from you? And what if everything we thought we understood about the human-dog bond was built on a fundamental misunderstanding? Stay with me, because what you're about to hear may completely change the way you see your dog. This is what most people believe. They believe that a dog who receives enough love becomes a balanced dog. Affection creates comfort. Warmth creates stability. But researchers studying canine stress responses discovered something that quietly challenged that assumption. Dogs living in loving homes can still experience chronic stress, not because they aren't loved, because love alone doesn't create what a dog's nervous system is truly searching for. And this is the part most people miss. What a dog's brain is biologically designed to seek, what he has been seeking through 15,000 years of evolution alongside humans, isn't simply warmth, it's certainty. It's the feeling that the world around him is predictable, that there is someone whose behavior makes sense, someone he can rely on. Your dog's brain isn't asking, "Am I loved?" It's asking, "Am I safe?" Dogs don't read your love. They read your nervous system. Every moment you spend together, your dog is performing a continuous, unconscious assessment of you. Not your words, not your intentions, not how much you care. He reads your body, your breathing, your posture, the quality of your decisions, whether you hesitate, whether you constantly change direction, whether your movements communicate confidence or uncertainty. And what neuroscience has revealed about canine cognition is remarkable. Dogs process human emotional states through brain systems that closely relate to how they evaluate social safety. In simple terms, your dog is constantly evaluating something much simpler. Does this person feel safe? Are they predictable? Can I rely on them when the world around me feels uncertain? Because this is what most owners never realize. When your dog becomes reactive on a walk, when he struggles to settle, when he watches you with that particular kind of anxious vigilance, he isn't necessarily misbehaving. He's trying to cope with a situation that feels uncertain. He has detected instability and is attempting to manage the tension himself. Not because he wants control, but because his nervous system is searching for safety. And this is where the conversation becomes much more personal. Because the real question isn't actually about your dog. It's about you. Do you provide stability for yourself? Can you trust your own decisions? Do you follow through on what you say you're going to do? Do you maintain your boundaries when they matter most? Can you remain calm when things don't go according to plan? Can others rely on you? These aren't rhetorical questions. These are the exact qualities your dog looks for every single day. Dogs don't find security in people they feel sorry for. They don't relax around people who are kind but unpredictable. And they struggle to settle beside someone whose inner world is constantly at war with itself. Dogs relax around people who project reliability, people who remain steady when something unexpected happens, people whose behavior is consistent. And that's what makes this so important. Your dog may reveal your unresolved uncertainty more clearly than anyone else ever could. When we say that dogs need boundaries, most people immediately recoil. The word creates images of harshness, control, a loss of warmth. But that's exactly where the misunderstanding begins. Boundaries are not the opposite of love. Boundaries are the structure that makes love feel safe enough to take root. Think about the people you trust most in life, the ones who are dependable, the ones who mean what they say, the ones whose values don't change depending on the mood in the room. That consistency, that reliability, is what creates safety. And your dog's brain works in much the same way. When you create clear expectations, what is allowed and what isn't, calmly, consistently, and without drama, your dog's cortisol levels begin to decrease. His nervous system starts to regulate. The hypervigilance begins to fade. And what replaces it is something owners often describe as almost miraculous. A dog that finally rests. Not because he has been forced into submission, but because he has found what he has been searching for since the first wolf stepped out of the forest and chose to walk beside a human. Someone whose consistency could be trusted. And here's what happens on the other side of that clarity. The bond most owners spend years chasing, that deep, wordless, almost cellular connection, doesn't come from more affection. It comes from trust. When your dog looks at you and thinks, "I don't need to be afraid here. I don't need to control this. I don't need to stay on alert. I can simply exist." Something changes. His body begins to let go. His breathing slows. His attention is no longer focused on potential threats, but on the present moment. And that is where the kind of connection most people spend their lives searching for begins. Not because you accomplished something extraordinary, not because you said the perfect words, but because your presence became reliable. Because your dog learned something simple. There is nothing here I need to worry about. Here, I can rest. That is the bond. The one your dog has been waiting for all along. Not more love, but more safety, more reliability, more of the version of you that doesn't collapse under every moment of doubt. The version of you that knows what it wants and moves toward it. The version of you that can remain calm when life becomes difficult. The version of you your dog may already see long before you do. We were wrong. It's not just about love. Love matters. Love is real. Love is the reason any of this matters in the first place. But love without clarity remains incomplete. And your dog cannot build his life on uncertainty. He needs reliability. He needs predictability. He needs your calm, unwavering presence. He needs someone whose presence creates certainty. Someone whose nervous system allows his own nervous system to finally relax. Because the moment you become that person, your dog doesn't simply calm down. He arrives. He arrives in his body, in your relationship, in the life the two of you were always meant to share. And you'll feel it, in the way he walks beside you, in the way he settles next to you, in the way he looks at you, not questioning, not searching, not worried, just knowing.